Morning, Barry.
Morning.
Looking forward to your driving lesson today?
I am, yes.
Yeah? Okay, good. Hope you remembered quite a bit from your last lesson.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, did you enjoy it?
I did.
Okay, excellent. Right, so let's just start off with a bit of a recap then. We did a lot of work on moving off and stopping and gear changing last week.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, did you have any questions from that lesson?
No, I think it was all right.
Okay.
Well, hopefully I'll remember it.
Okay, good. Okay, so just remind me, we discussed the MSM routine last week. Just tell me what that stood for and how we used it.
It was the mirror signal manoeuvre.
Okay, good. Tell me about your mirrors, a little bit about your mirrors.
So it was while I was driving, I was checking the mirrors. Check the mirrors before you do something. Yeah, good. And then to do the signal. Yeah. Before you actually do the manoeuvre.
Excellent. And what can you recall? We discussed pairing them up. Yeah. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Oh yes, so we had to do the two mirrors together, didn't we? So it was the centre one, and then was one of the side ones.
Good. Excellent. So just remind me what you were looking for. Say if you were moving to the right, what were you looking for particularly?
So I was looking to see what was behind and if that was going to make any problems for us.
Okay, good. Okay. And then when we did the moving off and stopping, what sort of road position did we take up from the curb?
So we moved out. It's about a metre from the side.
That's it, about a metre. Good. Now all those skills you've just told me about, the MSM, the road position and the mirrors, we're going to use all that on today's lesson, because we want to move it on to approaching junctions, turning left into side roads and also emerging left at T-junctions.
Right, okay.
Because of where we are, the situation we're in, we're going to be approaching into a side road and then we're going to encounter a T-junction. So because of that situation, I'll discuss those two junctions for you. Right. And then depending on your progress, we'll move on to the next part, the right turns as well.
Okay, good.
Okay, so so previously you've told me that you prefer to get input from me with diagrams and explanations before trying it.
That's right.
Are you still happy with that, or did you want me to demonstrate? Or
no, I think I'm fine. I think if I see it all first in the book, then it'll help me to remember it.
Excellent. Okay, so in terms of your MSM routine, just thinking about the scaling, where are you on that scale, 0 to 10? We did some scaling last week, do you remember?
That's right.
So no knowledge of the MSM, 10 perfectly with the MSM. Where are you on that scale at the moment?
I think I know it okay, so I suppose it's probably like maybe an 8 or a 9.
Excellent. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring that scaling back at the end of the lesson as well. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. When we do the actual left turns and the emerging at left turns, how much help do you want from me?
Probably a fair bit, I should think, because I've never done it before.
All right, no problem, I can do that for you. So what I will do is I'll take the responsibility then when I talk you through it on the move. So I'll take the responsibility to keep us safe, the car safe and the environment safe.
Okay, great.
And then as the lesson progresses, if I feel you're progressing, then I'll start to give you some of the responsibility. Yeah?
Right, yep, that sounds good.
So that's what we'll do then. I'll start off by just briefly discussing these left turns. So if we look at this diagram here, so I've got a left turn there, turning into a side road. Now you've told me about the MSM routine. Have you had a chance to look at how that routine is expanded? Have you got a chance to look at it between lessons?
I haven't had a chance, to be honest.
That's all right, no problem. So today we're going to expand that routine. Instead of the MSM, we're going to expand it to what we call the MSPSL. Right. Essentially, it stands for mirror signal, position, speed, look. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we're turning left, you've already told me about pairing mirrors, so just remind me what you're going to do for turning left mirrors.
So I'll check in the centre mirror, and then is it the left mirror because I'm going left?
And what are you looking for in that left mirror?
I think you said about maybe cyclists and things that might come at the side of the car.
Excellent, yeah. Then S for signal. Yeah, just remind me how you're going to signal. For
so just signal left, that's down.
Down, isn't it? Yeah. Now, with your road position for turning left, it was a metre when we did moving off and stopping, so it's going to be exactly the same, so we're going to keep to a metre from the curb, yeah? Then, if you think about it, if you started to go around that turn, say in a high speed, do you think you'll get round comfortably?
Not if I was going fast. Probably would it go like swinging across the road, that type of thing.
Be dangerous, wouldn't it? There's a bit of a risk there, isn't there? So we need to reduce, when it comes to the speed, we need to reduce the speed down, yeah? Right. And what we're going to do is we're going to use progressive braking, get the speed down to roughly 8 to 10 miles an hour. Yeah. Slow jogging speed, yeah? Once we've done that, we need a suitable gear, and roughly speaking it will be second gear. Once you've selected your gear, I want you to release the clutch all the way up, yeah? Right. If you left your clutch down, that will be what we call coasting. That means the car is being being driven by the engine. You're literally just freewheeling, and there could be loss of control. If you're especially going downhill, the car could pick up speed. Right. So there's a bit of a risk involved there, yeah? Okay. So select second gear, make sure you bring your clutch all the way up. And then the L is look into the junction. You're looking for any obstructions such as pedestrians. And if they're on the road, what do you think you're going to have to do, don't you?
Would you have to keep an eye on them?
Good, but once they've stepped out onto the road, what do you think you're going to do?
Would you have to stop for them?
You got to stop. Got no choice, really. Yeah.
Can't go around
so
them.
They have priority once they've stepped out. Yeah. So you need to look for pedestrians, look for any obstructions, look for any traffic from the opposite direction. Yeah. Okay. And then as you get to the turn, I'll ask you to steer left. Yeah. So you'll continue steering left, and then I'll say hold the steering and steer back to you to straighten your wheels up. Right. Once you're in the new road, you check your mirrors, yeah? Okay. Now the first thing we need to do before we make that turn is we need to identify it. Yeah. Yeah. So if you get signs like that warning sign there's a left turn there, yeah? Right. All well and good, but you're not always going to get that warning sign. So can you tell me how else might you know there's a left turn coming up?
Can you maybe see it? Like see
you might be able to.
Road itself?
You might be able to see. Yeah, you might be able to see these giveaway markings. Oh, yeah. Might be able to see cars coming in and out, etc. Right. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do to turn left into a side road. But then once we've turned left, we're going to come to an emerging situation where we need to give way. So if I just show you another diagram here. So then, once we've turned into that side road, we're going to come to a T-junction. Yeah. Right. So at the T-junction, you've got these road markings this time. So who's got priority this time, do you think?
I think is it the other cars.
The other cars. Past. So you're going to have to give way. So your routine you're going to use on the approach to the left turn emerging is exactly the MSPSL. Same routine, but only this time as you come to the speed part, you'll get your speed down to second gear like we discussed earlier. But then what we're going to do is initially for the first few junctions, I'm going to get you to stop at each junction. Right. Yeah, so that gives you a time to make your observations. Yeah, because we've got to give way to the main traffic. Yeah, so as you come to the T-junction, you just steer slightly to the left, so you're pointing towards where you're going. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, also, once we've stopped, what gear do you think you're going to need then?
So if you've stopped, do you have to go back into first gear?
Great, excellent. So we'll stop, like I say, initially at every junction, but then as you get better, we're going to do what we call a rolling first gear. But don't worry about that. We'll do that as time progresses. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. So then we need to make sure that it's safe to emerge. So we're looking minimum observation, right, left, and right. Yeah. We're looking for people crossing the road, any cars on the main road, etc. Yeah. How you're going to make a judgment is when you're waiting for traffic, if you can imagine you're a pedestrian on that left curb, if you can walk across in front of traffic without causing them to slow down, swerve or stop, and you can cross to the right hand side, so from the opposite curb to this side, then you can make your turn without causing any vehicles to slow down. Right. So that's the judgment you can use when you're judging a safe gap between traffic. Okay. You're going to come across what we call open and closed junctions. So closed junctions are where you've got brick walls or houses either side and you can't see, so we're going to be best to stop there. You may come to open junctions whereby your view before you get to the giveaway lines actually opens up. If it does open up, we can keep moving because it's giveaway lines if it's safe to do so.
Right.
But we'll discuss that later. But initially, like I said, I want you to brake to a stop at the giveaway lines.
So probably a bit safer in the beginning.
Yeah. Once you've got used to it, we can progress that on.
Yep. Okay.
Do you have any questions on these left turns, the major to minor and emerging at T-junctions?
No, I think that sounds fine.
Okay, so that's what we're going to have a go at now.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.